So, 5 things to leave behind in 2020, meaning 5 things from 2019 that you ought not bring with you into 2020. Cassandra with you here. You can check more of my stuff out at CassandraVon.com. Also, my YouTube channel, youtube.com/CassandraVonTV. Let's break it down. 5 things that you don't need to bring into 2020 with you. Let's start with number 1, needing permission to be who you are. Needing permission to be who you are. So many people, I cannot say this enough, so many people in subtle, covert, subconscious, they don't even know they're doing it, are constantly, in the words that they say, the tone of voice that they use, the things that they choose to not do. So many people are needing permission to be who they are. Stop that. Stop that. In 2020, there is no more of that shit. No more needing permission to be who you are. You know what? Just be who you are. Be who you are, and the people who are for you will get you, and the people who are not for you need to leave. And they will on their own. Just be who you are, and they will. You will actually cause them to leave. So that's the first thing to leave behind in 2020. Second thing, kind of connected to the first, saving space for people who don't choose you. Now, this choosing you thing is a whole other IGTV episode. So let me just say this super, super quick. You already know the people who choose you, and you already know the people who don't choose you. And I don't know why a lot of us are addicted to trying to convince people who are not choosing us to choose us. Here's what I'm going to say in 2020. Cut it out. Because at the end of the day, you should not be holding space for anyone who cannot make time for you, for whom you are not a priority. Saving space for people who don't choose you. Let me back up for 1 second and say one thing. A lot of the reason that we attract people into our lives who don't choose us is because we're not choosing us. So how about in 2020, instead of saving space for people who don't choose you, you actually focus all of your energy and all of your attention on you choosing you. You will create the energy within yourself once you start to do that. That's so powerful. You won't be able to tolerate holding any kind of space for people who don't choose you. So second thing to leave behind in 2020 is saving space for people who don't choose you. Third thing to leave behind in 2020, asking, demanding, or begging anyone to be different. People are who they are. How do you like it when people ask, demand, or beg you to be other than who you are? Do you like it? Because I know I don't. I don't like it when people are asking me to be something that I'm not. Why would you do that to anybody else? If somebody is not who you need them to be, if somebody is not compatible with you, let them be themselves and also let them move on. So what we're going to leave behind in 2020 is asking, demanding, or begging, especially the begging, anyone to be different. Fourth thing to leave behind in 2020. Here we go. Staying in situations you've long outgrown, which is connected to 1, 2, and 3. Staying in situations which you've long outgrown. Listen, I don't have to give you signs and symptoms that you've outgrown a situation. You know when you've outgrown a situation. So let's leave behind this thing of staying in places that we've long outgrown. You know when you've outgrown something. Stop staying there. Fifth and final thing to leave behind in 2020. I could have done a list of 50, but 5 is enough. Not speaking your truth to keep the peace. Let me say that again. Not speaking your truth to keep the peace. Can I just say something really quick about that? If you aren't speaking your truth, real peace doesn't even exist. Let me say that again. If you aren't speaking your truth, real peace doesn't even exist. You are faking it, and that is not real peace. So all of these things that I've given you and these 5 things to leave behind in 2020 are interconnected. It is completely within your control to leave those things in 2019. And if you want a different life than what you experienced in 2019, in 2020, you have to leave those things behind. You cannot take them with you. And if you do take them with you, be ready for a 2020 just like 2019. And if you're good with that, good. But if you're not good with that, leave that stuff behind. Leave it behind. It is not for you.